Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be working on my 2009 Turbo Corolla S, and I'm going to be updating some interior pieces. And so let me show you what we got going today. So today I'm going to be upgrading the shift boot here and the e-brake boot and the armrest cover. So I have three pieces. I have this padded cover for the armrest. Here is the shift boot and the e-brake boot. So these are all genuine leather, red stitching on them, double stitched. And which will be nice because the OEM one is just kind of a fake synthetic type of material. So, but we'll go ahead and we're going to pop these things off and see what we have to do. Take these. Snap those. This pop off there, and now we have access to the inside and see how. Okay, so there's little clips right here. So here is the OEM one right here, and it did, those tabs just literally snap out. But what I need to do is I need to remove, you see how it's kind of stapled in, I need to remove those staples so I can attach this one right here to it. So I'll go ahead and get a little screwdriver here and we'll start prying those off. So I took a couple of little flathead screwdrivers and I pried up the arms on that staple, and now I'll pry that one out, and then I'll go through that same process all the way around to get all these staples out, because I need the plastic piece in here because it's what snaps in back into the center console to keep it in place. So I'll take a few minutes and go through those, and I'll show you what happens when I get that off. Here is the little plastic piece that snaps in, that the boot was wrapped around like that. So got all the staples out, as you can see right there. So now I have to orientate this and attach it to that. I'm not sure. I'm going to try and see if I can staple it back through, but if not, I think what I'll do is I'll just glue it back on, use my wife's hot glue gun or something like that. So interesting, I can see how it angles. So to help me with this, I put a 1x2 piece of wood that I had in my vise, and I was able to slip the boot over it. So now I have a little working area here that I can swing it around as I go. I borrowed my wife's hot glue gun, and I have my electric staple gun. So I have both options handy, and I'm going to experiment and see what works best. So we will give this a shot. While the hot glue gun heats up and stuff for this boot right here, for the shifter boot, I figured I'd come over here and I can pull out this this piece right here. There we go. So now I can unclip. Yeah, you see the clips right there. So you see this clip right here. So let's just, oh, there we go. Just a little tug, and out it comes. So there is that one. Here is this one, and you can kind of see how it's orientated. This one. Now this one comes with the piece around it. This one's sewn around, so oops. So this guy we just have to clip back in. I paid extra to have this done right here. There's 2 clips here and 2 clips here. I thought there was a clip in the corner there, but there is not. It's actually at a slight angle there. There we go. Okay. There we go. So, see how that sits in there now. I ordered it in the same basic color between the two. And this isn't bad. I mean, but it's more of like a fake leather. So the reverse installation of this is simply to guide the e-brake handle through. So there is the shift boot. Got it attached around the thing. I used a combination of hot glue to kind of pinch it as I went around. And I did get 2 staples in. I got one in on each side, but it barely had enough room to bite. I couldn't get the staple gun in any closer, so that's why I hot glued it. And once it gets pinched down into the housing, I think it'll be perfectly fine. So that is done. The last piece that I have to do is I have my cover for the armrest, which would be nice because it's got a lot more padding in it. So let me unscrew this. So I took that armrest off the cover, and this is actually not the one that came with the car. This is an upgraded one from the XLE that they made in 2009 and 2010. So it's a sliding one, and it had this additional tray here, which I like the little extra storage. So I need to get the top piece off though so I can cover that. So I'm going to take these screws off and see where that leads me, and we'll go from there. So this little cover, I took out the 5 screws that were right there, and it does start to let the cover off, but then I realized that this just pops off. I started with these 2 front tabs and just kind of went along, and it pops out. It just snaps in, just clips in. So now I have access to the back screws. Okay, that is a different different type of screw than all the other ones in the front, so I'll keep those separate. Aha. And there comes that whole section. And now, okay, there's 2 screws on the back end here. Holding the top cover together. Yep, there it is. Beautiful. So here's the top cover that I want to put the other piece on. And this should be nice and easy, because I'm actually going to leave the OEM piece and I'm just going to put it right over, because there's hardly any padding in this. So here is the new piece, which has got a nice piece of foam in it, as you can see. So this will go just like that. So I just need to basically bend this over like that and attach it, and then just stretch around as I apply. There we go. And I might even end up trimming a little bit of it, but that's okay. I'd rather have too much than not enough. So just like that. We'll start with this upper piece and we'll go from there. Let's go back to the glue gun station that I set up. The first piece started. Went ahead and did the front and back first, just to kind of get the stretch to it. Now, work on the edges. So here's the finished piece. I just continued around, glue in all the corners. So now I'll go ahead and put the panel piece back in here and let's put it back together. So this goes like this, and all the screws, I'm just going to line them up. Yeah, so with 5 of them I could see in the front. And I got these 2 back ones. These are the ones I couldn't get to. Okay. Well, there we go. That looks nice. So, and there's a lot more cushion there for my elbow. So I got this piece snapped back into place, and there's the 2 screws here that go there and screw into the slide mechanism. I got this piece popped back in. The easiest way is to get the 2 tabs in the very back, drop down into it first, and then kind of snap them in as you go. When you take it out, it's easier to pop the front here, and then they just kind of, it lifts and pops right out. So start here to take it off, start here to put it back in. So the center armrest is attached again. It's just these 2 screws right here that hold that in. And there is that. Oh, that is so much nicer. I really do like this. The little red stitching too ties in with the red stupid card tray trim that I did. So And I've got this pre-snapped in. So now it's just a matter of putting the shift boot back around this, but I do think that this needs to be wiped down first. Got this all set up, so I'm going to go ahead and need to just realize that had popped up there. So go ahead and clip that back in. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I just need to snap on these edge pieces and put on my shift knob. Put my shift knob back on. There we go. Okay. Let me screw in the shift knob and I'll show you the final setup. Okay, here's the final result. Got the shift knob back on. A little red thread. We got some red thread here. And we got it on the armrest cover too. So this is what's going to be the best part, though. That extra padding is going to be fantastic, especially on road trips. So, but anyway, here's the final 3 pieces all put together. So the OEM didn't have any accent thread, so this has a little nicer look to it. So what do you guys think? So let me know, and until next time, guys, we'll see you down the road.